Jordan Wilimowski from USA, Gregorio Partunieri from Italy, Ferry Wirtman from the Netherlands, Alberto Martinez, Spain, Mario Sanzullo, Italy, and David Aubry, France.
We are continuing with the presentation of the 55 swimmers from 36 nationalities that are going to be here today for the race.
Number 19 from Thailand.
Com o número 19 da Tailândia,
Araya Pungchitamor. Number 20 from Portugal.
com o número 20
Now
de
the
Portugal,
Portuguese
Tiago
participant Tiago Campos,
Number
the man of the
21
house.
from South Africa.
Com o número 21 da África
Now
do
one of
Sul,
the men that can achieve a quota per the
com o
continental
número 22 da Roménia,
quota. Yeah, the South African guy that will try to achieve the quota with Osama Melouli too. There are the favorite African swimmers to get that place. For today, the main favorites are Steban Endrika, the Greece Kinigakis, the Australian swimmers
From Japan.
K. Graham Edwards, the Belgian swimmer Vanayus,
Number 27 from Great Britain.
and then after the quit from Jack Burnell,
Thomas
we have Tobias Patrick Robinson
Number 28
as one
from
of the British swimmers that can get the quota place here to the Olympic Games.
Number 29 from Switzerland.
Com o número 29 da
As of
Suíça,
yesterday, just one swimmer per nation will be qualified.
Number 30
So
from
if
Slovakia.
we will have more than two swimmers in the first 9th place, just one will be qualified. And then we will have 5 other swimmers, one for each continent, plus the one for the hosting country, which is Japan.
32 da Tailândia, Tanakrit Tikia.
Number 33 from Argentina.
Com o número 33 da Argentina,
Joaquín Moreno. Number 34 from Brazil.
com o número 34 do Brasil, Diogo Vilarinho.
Number 35 from China, Taipei.
Número 35 de China, Taipei.
We are proceeding with the presentation with the swimmers
Number 36 from Morocco.
that are going to achieve a special goal to be in Tokyo 2020. A goal that they fight for during the last 5 years
Da Tunísia,
due to pandemic situation. Osama Melouli in the image,
From Uruguay.
the African swimmer.
número 38 do Uruguai.
As you may see, the majority of the swimmers use
Number 39 from
wetsuit
Czech Republic.
arena.
Número 39 da República Checa.
Let's see how they lead with the water temperature. There is around 18-19 degrees.
Number 40 from Portugal.
Número 40 de Portugal.
The other
Diogo
swimmer of the
Cardoso.
house is Diogo Cardoso.
Number 41 from Canada.
I believe that Diogo is at the first participation in such an important race, right, Mario?
Yes, I think he had participating
Number
several
42
World Cups,
from Czech Republic.
but today is one of the biggest days in his life. The Czech Republic guy also, it's a very interesting swimmer that with Nicholas Sloman, the Australian, can fight for one of the 10 place.
From Poland.
Com o número 44 da Polónia, Krzysztof Śmielewski.
Number 45 from Mexico,
Com o número 45 em representação do México,
Fernando Betanzos. Number 46 from Brazil,
com o número 46 em representação do Brasil, Alain do Carmo.
number 47
Alain do Carmo
from
is also
Switzerland,
a swimmer
Com o
that
número 47
used to swim here in Portugal, in Setúbal, several times. A very experienced swimmer from Brazil.
Com o número 48 de Áustria, Jan Herkog.
number 49 from Egypt,
But we think today Esteban Endrica,
Lami Mahmoud.
also the Australian swimmers,
From Macedonia,
Com o número
maybe
50
Kirill
da
Abrosimov,
Estónia, Evgeny Potachev.
and Tobias Patrick
number
Robinson.
51 from Israel,
Maybe they can achieve the quarter place.
Yuval Safra. Number 52 from Great Britain,
O número 52 da Grã-Bretanha, Tobias Robinson.
number 53 from Sweden,
Número 53 da Suécia,
Matthias Glenesk.
We are almost ending the presentation
From Greece,
of those 55 swimmers.
Athanasios Kinigakis.
number 55 from Greece,
O número 55 também da Grécia.
Dimitrios Marcos.
Estão assim apresentados os 55 atletas que a partir das 4 da tarde vão disputar esta prova de qualificação olímpica. As atenções centram-se, pois agora, no momento da partida.
The 55 swimmers.
Now the swimmers are coming to the platform to do the starts, so expect an amazing race. The water temperature is 19 degrees. Here you can see the start list. We are about 8 minutes from the start.
Most of the swimmers are now sitting on the deck, trying to take the last rest before the race. Just 7 minutes to go.
With Hector Pardew, the British swimmer Tobias Patrick Robinson is one of the favorites to get the quota. Let's see how we'll run the race and the strategy from each athlete. We are now seeing again the start list with some changes.
While we wait for the start, we remind you that yesterday in the 10th race women, Ana Oles was the winner, followed by Paula Ruiz Bravo from Spain and Kate Furley Sanderson from Canada, in a competition that was really uncertain till the end, and that was decided just in the last 500 meters, in which 5 swimmers speed up and finally arrived with quite a good distance from the other swimmers. In fact, the first swimmers arrived with about 30 seconds less than the others.
The athletes are now in the platform, resting the last 5 minutes before the start. In fact, that platform is the feeding pontoon during the race, so the athletes are going to pass near that platform several times, at least five laps, so they are doing his feeding there.
Four minutes to start. 4 minutos para a partida. Three minutes to start. 3 minutos para a partida.
Three minutes to go. We are going to start today the race. I'm Mario Bonanza, and I'm here with Marco Vantaggiato and Daniel Viegas to do the competition, and we are going to be with you the next couple of hours.
Minutes to start. 2 minutos para a partida.
2 minutes to go. We have in our image Alain do Carmo and the Switzerland representative.
So let's see if the start will be as fast as the yesterday start. We remind you that yesterday the women closed the first lap in about 24 minutes, so quite fast lap. So Daniel, what do you expect today in today's competition?
Hello everybody. Today we hope to have a very competitive event today. There are a lot of swimmers, more than yesterday. There's only 1 minute for the start, but the race will be much harder. There are more 15 swimmers than yesterday, and well, the level, I think it's very similar between a lot of swimmers, and I think it will be very, very strong and very equal. Let's wait for some seconds to watch the dive start.
Yes, we are almost starting the race. Less than a minute, I think. We expect a race that the time will be around 1 hour and 40 minutes, or maybe a bit less. It will be a fast race with those amazing swimmers. Let's see the start.
So here we are, started.
As you may see, the fast kicking. The pack will try to be closer soon.
Esta prova tem como delegado do piloto da FINA, Zubir El Mufti, de Marrocos. O juiz árbitro é australiano Bill Ford.
We have now the Polish swimmer near the front.
The weather condition seems to be better than yesterday. At least the current is not as strong as yesterday, and there are less waves as well. So let's see.
More or less, Marco. The current is similar, yeah, but I think today they may get a little more wind outside. In the second buoy, maybe a little most wind that yesterday. Today forecast for the wind was a little bit higher, and from west that enters a little bit stronger here. Well, I think it will make no big difference from yesterday, but maybe more of the wind, not the tide. The tide it's the same. It's not very strong. Let's see. Now the pack is very full. A lot of people struggling. They want to make a good position for the first turn, and well, but you can see, well, this is wonderful. All the swimmers there, very big pack, no one getting behind, all together. Well, this will be very, very hard in the buoys.
As you may see, you can see the kicking very strong. Every swimmers try to reach the best position in the pack. Let's see how they arrive to the first buoy turn. We expect a bit of fighting there, and the best position possible that the swimmers are going to try to find out. In the front of the race at the moment we have the two Greece swimmers, Kinigakis. It's one of the favorite ones. We have the Polish swimmer too, and the South African swimmer. We think the South African swimmer is Danny Mahe. And here on your left side you have in the front Esteban Hendrica, the Equatorian swimmer, one of the favorites too. But some swimmers are very experienced and are at the moment swimming in the back of the group. As you can see, this amazing landscape of Setúbal. The swimmers are now swimming in your right side near the coast because is the way that they get less current. They are now almost arriving the first buoy, and then there will be a difficult way to turn because there are a lot of swimmers in the pack, and let's see who's gonna do the best way.
So again, as as we said already before, we have the first 9 swimmers that will be directly qualified for the Olympic Games. If there are more than one swimmer for the, of the same nationality, just one will go to the Olympic Games. So we will keep one spot free. Then we will have 5 slot, one for each continent, and 1 slot for the hosting country, Japan. In total, 15 swimmers will be qualified that will join the 10 that are already qualified. Again, Florian Wellbrook, Marc-Antoine Antoine Olivier from France, Rob Maffas from Germany, Christoph Razowski from Hungary, Jordan Wilimowski from USA, Gregorio Paltrinieri from Italy, Ferry Wirtman from the Netherlands, Alberto Martinez, Spain, Mario Sanzullo, Italy, and David Aubry from France.
We have here many experienced swimmers with some youth swimmers too. They are now arriving the first buoy. That's expect to be one of the most difficult parts of the course. The swimmers should pass the first buoys the maximum possible on your right side, because the current is pushing them to the left side, so it will be a difficult turn here. Now they are catching a bit of current. It's not an easy course here in Setúbal, but they are fighting for the best position now inside the pack. That's now the moment. As you may see, the first swimmer is not passing the buoy on your left side, he's passing on the right side. Inside near the buoy there are many fighting there, as you may see. Much kicking when you turn the buoy. It's a technical that those swimmers used to do it.
This is most probably because of the current, right, Mario? They try to get some advantages because of the current, so that why the first swimmer decided to turn the buoy more on the right than closer to the buoy.
Yes, the first swimmer did it because he probably knows that now when he will arrive to the second buoy, there is only 200 meters far from the first buoy. He will turn very near of the buoy in the left side because the current will be very strong there. and so he will get some advantage from the opponents, and you will probably go faster after the second buoy. But let's see if we are doing the correct provision. But I think that's it, that will happen. Let's see.
You already did this race several times, so you should have some experience on that.
Yes, it's a very difficult race. Today the water is colder, is 18.8 degrees, almost 9 degrees. Since 2007 that you can swim with a wetsuit, there is a great advantage, and the swimmers are now win some experience swimming with a wetsuit, and logically the pace is always faster than without wetsuit, so they are doing their best to get the best position in the pack. As you may see now, you have the Greek swimmer in the front with the Polish swimmer. The Japanese swimmer is now near the front. I think he's actually one of the swimmers in the front with the Polish swimmer. Then we have in the image the Brazilian swimmer with the Portuguese Tiago Campos. Now the swimmers that are in the front of the pack turn the second buoy, and they are now getting some advantage of the current.
So your provision, Mario, of a very fast race, I think was quite certain, because they did half of the lap in about 11 minutes, so the expectation is to close in about 22 minutes, which is a very fast pace.
This is the image of the middle of the pack with the South African swimmer, with Alan do Carmo, with Esteban Endrica, and Tiago Campos with the orange cap. You may see now different strategies on the pack. The swimmers that are in the lead are on your right side, and then near the boats, different strategy, but in fact we may believe that the guys that are in the right will catch more current, and they will arrive to the third buoy faster than the ones that are in your right side, in your left side, yeah. As you may see, the swimmer from South Africa, from Australia, is with some difficulties here, because the swimmers that are in his right side are getting a faster current. For now, in the lead of the race continues the Japanese swimmer with a very interesting pace.
As you can see, Mario, Marco, there are some swimmers starting to struggle. It seems the race is getting some speed. The Japanese swimmer is starting to go on front very fast. As you know, a lot of swimmers are here to qualify. I don't know if you already talked about the rules of the qualifying event, so we believe there are a lot of struggle. You can have a swimmer qualified and getting some time behind, so it will be funny to see all that dynamics on the course, because you can have like a continental place to be discussed between the 20 or the 30 place. So this is something that brings a lot of joy to this race. It's not only the first one or two guys that counts, so it will be very good to see all these dynamics. The Japanese guy is now getting very strong. We are trying to catch up this number to see who it is, and the Polish also, but the group seems to be swimming very calmly, not so strong the pace for now. Everybody trying to get inside the pack to spare some energy for the end. Well, still a lot of race in front.
In the front of the race continues the Japanese swimmer. He's doing it with an easy swim, as you may see. Then we have the Polish swimmer and a third swimmer that loses already the cap. We are trying to identify him now in the checkpoint control.
As you notice, well, all the swimmers must have, and this is FINA rule, they must have the cap with the 3 letters code. They have to be the 3 letters code of each country. But well, some swimmers lose. This is Takeshi Toyoda in front, swimming very smoothly. The 3 letters code is mostly for the referees to see who are the swimmers there, if they have to give some yellow card or to give some to say something to someone, they have to see. And well, some countries they opt to have different caps for each swimmer from their country. This strategy is also for them to identify who is there. So some of them use the same color cap, others different. Well, some opt to change in this race because, well, some countries that are used to have like strong colors change for this race because they don't want to be noticed. It's normal for them to hide some strategy to be, well, and sometimes some of the most credited swimmers do it for the others not to see where they are. It's normal. Now you can see the pack, Marco. How do you feel about this pack?
Very compact. Looks similar than yesterday, even if I must say that the level today seems to be higher than yesterday. Yesterday, in fact, we had already 4 or 5 swimmers that were already behind before achieving the 3rd buoy, while today all the swimmers that are participating are all compact.
Vai chatear as hidronamantes. Eles odeiam drones.
As you can see, the current is now changed a bit near the third buoy. The swimmers are now arriving at the third buoy. We are now with the image of the back of the pack. Now we're going to pass to the middle. We now have the total swim course with 5 laps of 2K that make a total of 10K. The marathon swimming in this amazing and beautiful landscape of Setúbal Bay.
As we have seen, from the fourth buoy till the finish lane is about 150 meters, in which all the swimmers will give the most to achieve a slot for Tokyo.
Now we are very rapidly approaching the third buoy. Well, you can see a lot of swimmers here. Like yesterday, we cannot tell if they are all slow, if someone is sparing energy for the further part of the race. Well, but it's hard to see that now. But all the swimmers are still together. Maybe 50 something swimmers here. You can see in the far behind landscape the Troia. Troia, it's a very nice place, like a paradise here in Portugal. Like I said yesterday, a lot of sunny beaches and nice place to have vacation. You can see Takeshi Toyoda here very smoothly. It seems to be making a good pace, and well, he's making all the pack run fast. And you can see here the pack is very full. Mario, what do you feel about this? I think a lot of work for the referees. What do you think?
Yes, in fact, you can see that there are some swimmers trying to keep the best position. You saw that swimmer, I think from Hong Kong, that was swimming inside the other swimmer with a black cap. Now they are turning the third buoy. There will be a turn inside, almost up to the buoy. Many fight there. Some swimmers are going to be down the water under the buoy. So that will be very hard with many fighting there, as you can see.
And a lot of energy wasted here.
Yes, we swimmers lose many energy kicking in those situations. The swimmers are now almost near the feeding pontoon, where they are going to do the first feeding. We believe almost the majority of the swimmers will do the first feeding. Let's see. There's an important moment of the race because some swimmers sometimes don't get the feeding correctly. They lose some positions. That's an important point of the race. Let's see the checkpoint. Here you can see the Japanese Toyoda is in the front, then Kirill Abrosimov. Now you can see many fight there. Some swimmers don't catch the feeding. It's a very difficult moment of the race. Some swimmers do not feeding now. That's a strategy.
Well, I cannot tell you the positions through the intermediate gate. Maybe now the things are not so in that way because some of the swimmers didn't drink, and well, in the intermediate gate we get Takeshi Toyoda in first, Kirill Abrosimov second, Krzysztof Szymilewski from Poland in third, Dimitros Marcos from Greece in fourth, the other Japanese Taishin Minamide in fifth, Joaquim Moreno in sixth, Michael McLean in seventh, Ben Mati from Morocco in eighth, so Matan Roditi 9, and Anastasios Knigakis in 10th place, so a lot of swimmers there, but I believe in only during the feeding some of the positions maybe changed because a lot of swimmers just opt not to go there to gain some positions. Mostly it's strategy. Let's see how they are going to handle it now. This is now a swimmer in the first position. He has a black cap, the second cap I believe, and I'm not identifying him very well, but well, the group, I think they are not slowing down. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think now they are increasing the speed. Now in this part of the race, if you go swimming near the coast, you can get some advantage. We can see that from the last buoy. Now they are in the middle of the course to achieve the buoy number one. In the image we have Diogo Cardoso with the Brazilian swimmer Alan do Carmo, and Diogo Vilarinho is near them too, from Brazil.
It's interesting to notice, Mario, that the first lap was at the same speed of the women of yesterday. So this really means that the current situation is really strong today.
Yes, we have in this first lap different currents in different positions of the course. Near the buoy number one, that's the buoy where the athletes are going to arrive in a few minutes. In the first lap, in that buoy, the distance to the second buoy, 200 meters, was hardest. But now we can see that that part of the course, it's very strong, the current. So the athletes are taking some advantage and they are increasing the speed. Some swimmers already lost the cap during the race, and they are now with 2.5k. So let's see how they arrive at the second buoy. we have a swimmer that is trying to escape from the pack, and behind him the pack is very tight, with some fighting for the best position inside the full pack. So let's see how this swimmer will arrive at the second buoy. As we can see now, the pack is almost stretching, so that means that the pace is increasing. We believe that the current is worse than yesterday. This first lap, the swimmers are swimming in 1.10 of average each 100 meter, so that means a lot. And let's see how this escape will over for this swimmer. In the back, we have the South African and an Australian swimmer. Behind him, we believe there is a British swimmer without a cap, but we need to confirm it.
From this image, we can see the difference strategy. So the guy that is in front is more on the right, so while the pack is more on the left.
Here in the image, the amazing beach of Parque Urbano de Albarcal in Setúbal, amazing landscape. We can see in the image the different strategies that the swimmers in the front of the pack are adopting, but it will be very, very, very tough end of the race. The current is very uncertain, so it will be difficult. The second part of the race will be very, very difficult for the swimmers. Another important moment of the race, the turn of the buoy number 1. As we can see, a lot of fighting.
Finally, you see that the group catch the swimmer that was in front, just adopting a different strategy.
Yeah, we saw the orange cap. There is a Portuguese swimmer that was in the back of the pack, but now is in the middle of the pack. So some swimmers are doing it from the back to the front. Esteban Endrica is in near the front of the race too. But let's see how this part of the race with many currents. We couldn't identify yet who is the swimmer that is in the front of the race, because it seems that he lost the cap, but we are going to find out in a few seconds. So, Daniel, what do you think about the race strategy at the moment from the swimmers that are leading the race?
Well, I believe they want to stretch the group, to downsize the front of the group, well, because if it happens, well, if you get a group of 10, 15 swimmers in front, well, that can make a lot of difference in the end. So I think that's one of the strategies of some swimmers in this kind of race. And it depends always on the capacity of the swimmer. If you know that you are a strong finisher, maybe you want to slow down a little bit and not to spend so much energy. If you have no speed for the end, well, sometimes you need to work now, to work a lot, to work hard in the front, to stretch the group. You can see now the swimmers going through buoy number 2. This is the part normally where you get more waves, but well, at the beginning I said that today it will be more wavy than yesterday, but now it seems not so bad after all. Well, we hope this continues like this, and well, but despite what we could think, it's the same for everybody. You can see this image, this spectacular image. You can see all the swimmers getting their heads up, try to not to be hit by a foot, because after the buoy everyone gets on top of each other. It's very, very, very strong. Mario, 5 years ago you were swimming this kind of races. How do you feel in the buoys in this kind of moments?
Yes, that's a moment very, very difficult, because you have to be very well in the pack to do the turn of the buoys. And we think that today the athletes spent a lot of energy turning the buoys, because of the current is very, very strong today, more than yesterday. But I think that we are assisting to an amazing race. Every swimmers want to catch a quarter place to Tokyo, so they are swimming for their lives. For some of those swimmers are 5-year work, and they are trying to do his best possible to achieve the quota.
It seems like now for the first swimmer to still be the Japanese swimmer. He lost his first cap, but it seems like the Japanese swimmer, well, in some moments we are saying in the timekeeping system, who is he? But he seems to be the Japanese swimmer. In second place we have Esteban Enderica from Ecuador. Well, Esteban, as you know, he was the first guy out of the qualification in the World Championship. He was the 11th place in 2019, so he is one of the favorites now, as for sure. A very strong swimmer. He came from a line of swimmers, a family of swimmers, and his coach is his brother, his older brother is his coach, and well, we are used to see him in the front of the pack, and very strong finisher, very good swimmer. Very big group. The other swimmer without the caps chasing, I believe it's Evgeny Dratsev, one of the oldest, or maybe the oldest in competition. He swims in the last 3 Olympics, and he got pretty good results. Let's see how he's going to do with his fellow companion Kirill Abrazimov, with good results in the last European Championships, and he was first in the 25K. So a lot of good swimmers here. Here you can see in the images a swimmer that opted not to use the wetsuit, because as you know, the water temperature is 18.8 today, and the wetsuit is optional. The biggest part of the swimmers just decided to use it, but that swimmer don't. Maybe he suffers more with the heat and he prefers not to use it. But the rest of the pack all using the wetsuit. And you can see also the Argentinian in the front pack. I don't know, I didn't understand if it's the Ivo Cassini or the other Joaquim Moreno from Argentina. But still a lot of swimmers there. The rhythm seems not to be so hard. They seem pretty steady. Let's see how the race will go from now here.
Daniel, one technical question. You are the Portuguese technical director. There are differences between the strokes in the open water swimming and in the pool. Do you think? Let's say, do you feel that there are differences? Do you teach to swim in a different way?
Well, that's a good question. Well, in the pool, they always get the stroke for the distance they are making. Well, if you are a 100-meter swimmer, you can just, well, do fast and long strokes, and you have to be very efficient. Here in open, and if you swim 1500 meters, you have to do the best you can, but you have to adapt to your conditions. Here in open water, I think the better thing is for you to be able to adapt, because sometimes if the pace is slow, you can do long, slow strokes, but if the rhythm gets higher, you have to put more stroke rate. And sometimes here, because it's 10K, it's 2 hours swimming, getting not so much long stroke, but higher rate of the stroke. Sometimes you can spare some energy about that, because you do less you put so less strength in the stroke, and sometimes it's better for you. Well, but each one do it how is better for them. But I think the better thing for an open water swimming, it's the ability to change from slow stroke to higher pace stroke. Well, the amplitude of that, well, if you have no difficulty to change that, I think that's the best thing for an open water swimmer. That's the thing that can make a difference, because you can be swimming slow, and if you see the rhythm change, you can change rapidly. And that's the difficulty that I feel in some swimmers. Some of them very fast swimmers, but they have some difficulty making the change.
And we have the confirmation that Takeshi Toyoda is the Japanese swimmer that is leading the race. After him is Esteban Endrica, the Equatorian swimmer. And as you can see, Toyoda is increasing the pace, but with a comfortable swim for him.
Here you can find the peninsula of Troy, very nice image. And now you can see the end of the pack, some swimmers struggling in the far back. Now you can see the Portuguese, and then there, Evgeny Daratsev and Kirill Abrazimov just near one from the other. The inside struggle we talked about before. Diogo Vera from Venezuela also there. A lot of swimmers. The Canada swimmer is always very strong. As you know, we had Richard Weinberger, Olympic medal in 2008. And well, a lot of swimmers with good background. and teams that has also a legacy of good open water swimmers there.
We are now with the image of the back of the pack. Now the middle. With some swimmers trying to find the best possible position.
And Mario, if you see there also Alan do Carmo, well positioned, one of the most experienced swimmers here. Not with some, well, he has 2 medals in the World Championships, but in the team event, and very experienced swimmers. He likes this kind of conditions, wavy. He's well experienced, and he has other presences in Olympic Games. One of the potential swimmers to get the place for the Olympics here. Well, if I have to bet of who are the swimmers, well, I would better not to bet, because it's very hard. You can see Śmielewski, the Polish, also doing well here in front, and well, the 2 Japanese in front. The Japanese they had their own place, because there is a place for the host country in the Olympics, and well, the 2 in France, they have a very big struggle between them.
But just one will pass, right?
Just one. As you know, only 1 per country can qualify here, only 1. And well, as we talked yesterday, that is not only the struggle between all the countries, but also the struggle inside the countries, because all of them want to get the place for the Olympic Games. Now again, Takeshi Toyoda, very good, passing through the 3rd buoy, and in some moments they will pass through the gate, and well, sometimes the names here pass very fast, but after that we'll tell the 10 first slowly.
So second lap is almost at the same speed at the first, so it will be around 23 minutes 30 seconds, which confirms the fact that the current is very strong today. We do not see yet in the front Osama Meluli, which is for sure the swimmer with the biggest curriculum, the biggest palmarès here. We remind he's two times Olympic champions and 1 bronze medal, and is most probably here fighting for a place for the continent, for Africa.
We are now arriving at the gate control, so let's see after Toyota who are the best positioned swimmers. Diogo Vilarinho from Brazil is already without cap and is in one of the front positions too. The British young swimmer Pardew is very well positioned too. Diogo Cardoso from Portugal is very good position in 15th place. Then pass the control gate Tobias Robinson. Now Thiago Campos, Evgeny Dratsev from Macedonia, and a lot of swimmers. We think every swimmer's passed now from the gate control. The last one is now passing. And now they cross the first buoy, the fourth buoy after the feeding pontoon. And now we can see The swimmers very well positioned after the second feeding pontoon.
O primeiro português a passar o pórtico foi Diogo Cardoso em 47-48, na 16ª posição, integrado neste grupo líder da prova. Tiago Campos passou na 39ª posição, com o tempo 47-56, também integrado neste grupo.
As we can see in the image, the front of the pack with some swimmers with a comfortable swim, with a long stretch, with a long stroke. But Toyota is leading the race very easily. What do you think, Daniel, about the stretch of the pack? It seems that the pace is increasing, no?
It seems so. Normally, this kind of images can get us that sense, and the groups is starting to stretch a little bit. Let's see if it's only about the feeding, the part after the feeding in the buoy, and if before the first buoy in this third lap, if the group is starting to get more compact again, and with that sightseeing we can understand if they are accelerating or going slower. Let's see how it is going to see, but there are a lot of swimmers there. It seems for them to be controlling yet some things. Here we can see the back of the front pack. I believe some swimmers behind this are already suffering a little bit because of the speed. And we have here Takeshi Toyoda starting to open from the group. Well, I don't know if it's in purpose or if the group is letting him go, because I don't know. But the Japanese both the Japanese is like they have their own championship.
Looks like.
But I don't know if the other guys say, oh, maybe they say it's the Japanese and he has his slot, so they are not chasing him.
Let him go. Let him go.
Let him go. I don't know. Maybe they are thinking about that, but we can see now some swimmers starting to suffer a little bit. But the pack is strong. There's a lot of things to do. The big names of this race are still here, and let's continue seeing everything here and understanding what is going to be this race. But the Takeshi is really strong, is smoothly taking apart from the group. I believe in this image it seems like almost 10 meters maybe, and chasing him. I don't know who is chasing him. Can you guys see who is the guy chasing?
Yes, we have Enrique Esteban and the other Japanese.
Yeah, the guy without a cap. We cannot understand very well who it is, but
and Michael McGallin.
Yeah,
well.
Mario, are you in better position than me?
Yes, it seems to be the South African athlete Michael McGallin. That is one of the swimmers that are chasing Toyota. Then we have very well positioned Graham Edwards from Australia too. And the Greek swimmer is very well in the pack too, in the front of the pack, Kignakis. But let's see what will going to happen now in the turn of the first buoy on this third lap.
Yeah, Mario, you talk about Kinigakis, and Kinigakis also did a very good World Championship in 2019. He was 12th place, I believe. Um, he was in the 13th place in the World Championships. So one of the other guys to see here and to observe, because he's one of the favorites. Kay Edwards also there, and also 14th place in the World Championships. A lot of guys that stood very close to the qualifying in the World Championships. And here we have the fight. A lot of swimmers here. I believe, well, as you can see there, some of them head high, just protecting themselves from the kicks. It's a normal thing here in open water. Well, let's just continue seeing this.
We can see now that few swimmers that are in the back of the pack, they have almost 30 seconds from the front, so it's beginning to be a distance that makes some respect from Toyota, that continues leading and increasing the distance for the second position.
Looks like the Toyota now is trying to take another route than the others. Maybe he understood in a different way how the current is affecting the race. He is more on the right, more closer to the beach, most probably because the current is stronger in this leg of the race. But let's see how he will approach now the first buoy of the third lap.
Yeah, a few moments ago we saw in the image on our right side the current against the swimmers, and Toyota was swimming near the coast, so trying to do a different strategy. Now they are coming to the buoy number 1. Let's see which are the swimmers that are going to pass first right after Toyota.
And another information, that the difference between yesterday and today, in the yesterday's race, the tide just changed in the middle of women's race. So we got the change of the tide from low tide to high tide at the middle of the race, and today in the boys race is different, because they will do all the race with the tide going down, and well, they will have maybe some current against in this far leg, and doing the race to be not so fast as they wish for, and sometimes more difficult to break the pack. That's the word I was searching for. Still Toyota in front, a very big pack in chasing him, but well, we are just arriving the middle of the race after this buoy number 2, and 100 meters later after this buoy it's the half of the race, somewhere around that. So here it's a very nice image where we can see the image, something like 15 meters, 20 meters maybe, between the first swimmer and the rest of the pack. And well, you can see there the boat standing there, all the races all over around the boat, and this is a very good image to see the difference.
Yeah, looks like the Toyota choose the right strategy in this first leg of the third lap, Daniel.
Yes, right route. Let's see if this effort will compensate in the future. We hope so. Well, because he's trying to work very hard to get to his goal.
Now we can see in the image the South African athletes chasing Toyota, and then we have the Portuguese almost in the third position, Tiago Campos. We have the young British swimmer too.
But Toyota continue with no fear, eh? Continuing with a very hard pace.
Yes, they have an intern championship to look for the quota. So the two Japanese are fighting for the best position to get the quota. So it will be a fight till the end.
Yes, yes, but we talked about that, but I think all the swimmers here, well, if they have a chance to win this, they will do it. There's something, well, it's the dream about all the swimmers. The dream of any swimmer is to reach here and, well, win a race like this, because, well, a lot of people are seeing us, a lot of people is cheering for their country, and I don't know, but hundreds, thousands of persons are seeing this, and, well, everyone wants to take the first, to take a medal, and to qualify too.
About yesterday, we have the curiosity of Ana Olas was the winner of the qualifying in the women race. She was in 2015 the first swimmer that stayed out of the qualifying for Rio, but now she wins. She won yesterday the race, and she did it very well with an amazing strategy. And today we have a different strategy from Toyota, but he's still doing amazing. In the image of the front of the race, we have the second swimmer, then we have the Portuguese swimmer in the front too. So let's see how they can get closer to the buoy number 3. The pack is very interesting now. We have now the confirmation that the second swimmer that is chasing Toyota is the Brazilian swimmer Diogo Vilarinho. He's without the cap. He lost the cap. Then we have the Portuguese Tiago Campos, and then we have 5 swimmers in line. As we see, the British swimmers, the second Japanese, and we believe that we have the South African swimmer and the Australian one. So they are chasing the lead of the race.
We can recognize the cap of the Hong Kong swimmers as well in the middle. So, but it's still the pack is still very compact. So every one of them still have a chance.
Yes, we are going to see if Toyota will get the right pace to the end. but he is now, as we see in the image, with a strong advantage.
And well, an information for you that Takeshi was in the 23rd place in the World Championships in Guangzhou 2019. Well, he's an experienced, very good swimmer, also very good pool swimmer. Well, and he's putting a very good effort here. Let's see. Some seconds ago, you can see like the Tiago from Portugal putting some strokes back in. I think some backstrokes there to control the group. I don't know if he take that moment to put some gel just for the viewers that are not so used to this kind of show. Well, the swimmers can take a gel with them. Normally they put it in the swimsuit next to the ankle, and well, and they just take it out and drink something during the race if they don't want to stop in the feeding pontoon. That's a possibility everyone has, and well, I don't know if that's the case, but well, it's a good information for all the viewers to see that. And then you can see the Mexico swimmer. I don't know if it's Daniel Delgadillo, also a very well positioned swimmer in the South American Championships, a very good swimmer. And then again, Takeshi Toyoda, very smoothly in front, alone. Well, he seems very, 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 not the legs, as you can see. Yeah, low kick, not very strong. So I think he still has something there. Let's see if he keeps the distance from the others. And then we can see again Diogo Vilarinho from Brazil. He's chasing Takeshi.
The referee, you see the referee with the flag?
Yeah, maybe he's giving a yellow flag.
Give the yellow flag to somebody.
It's possible. It's possible because there are a lot of swimmers there. Well, normally well, you can have some swimmers giving some contact, but not with the will. But if it's in purpose, well, in that case, if the referee thinks and that is on purpose, in that case they will show the yellow card. And you can see there the referee just asking for the swimmers to spare.
He's continuing to.
But here for the swimmers it's hard because the swimmers most of the times they can't see what they are showing.
Sure.
It's very difficult.
Too focused on swimming.
Yeah, they are too focused.
They don't see what is around.
It's very difficult to do that. You can see now Tiago and the swimmer. I don't know if it's Esteban next to him, and here the Austrian, Israeli. I don't know if it's Matan Roditi, also very good swimmer. Very, very good. Here Kirill Abrazimov, we talked about him before. European 25K champion in Budapest, and well, the group is starting to stretch even more. We are arriving the third buoy, and well, near to the last 2 laps, and well, maybe here the things will start to heaten up a little bit.
Yes, it seems that Toyoda is increasing the distance, maybe 50 meter, which is around 27 or 28 seconds from the second position. So let's see after the turn of the third buoy, what the time that Toyoda will pass the gate. We are arriving at a critical moment of the race because the swimmers are swimming with a wetsuit, and that's very different to swim with a wetsuit and without wetsuit. Marco, do you think that they are getting hit now at the moment even with the water temperature is 18.8. What do you think about it?
I think so, Mario. After more than 1 hour swimming at this pace, with the strong current, for sure all the swimmers are more than comfortable. And if they had the opportunity, I believe that they will remove the wetsuit and swim without. But since they started like this, they have to continue.
So at this point of the race, we believe that now the feeding pontoon and the feeding it will be critical, because they need desperately to hydrate. So it will be very important they drink something in the feeding pontoon, maybe isotonic drink and fast sugar gels. It will be very important to have more energy for the rest of the race. We see here the middle of the pack, very tight, but we can see now that the pace is increasing. Let's see which will be the time on that next gate control.
Já próximo da boia número 3. Final desta terceira volta. Vamos ter novamente as posições dos nadadores. Final desta terceira volta. Vamos ter novamente as posições dos nadadores.
We are now getting in the second part of the race. This feeding will be very, very important. We would like to welcome everyone that is arriving now at the FINA channel to be with us till the end of the race. And we believe now, Marco, it will be an important phase of the race.
Yes, it's now less than 1 hour. For sure now the tactics is gone. All the swimmers will do their best, trying to achieve a slot for Tokyo. So now they will put really all the energy, because it's not time for strategy anymore.
Well, I don't know. If one has a strategy that it's against the others, well, everything is gone. I don't know how it's going to be, but well, we are now getting in the intermediate gate again, and let's see how the distance are, who are the swimmers there, and well, this is a place that the feeding here is very important, because they are missing 4 kilometers, and it's very important now to have some feeding here, to put some liquid in the body and hydrate. Well, Takeshi now realized that he's in front. 14 seconds. Well, we have there a lot of swimmers. In a few seconds we can say calmly the first places. All the coaches there handing the poles, searching for their swimmers. A very nice image. This is very good images.
So Ecuador, Enrica is now recovering. Enrica
Yes.
passing in the second place, so one of the favorites, as well as Kinigiatis from Greece.
Yeah.
They both were two of the favorites. So
Well, and yeah, let's see now, because if the group separates, if something.
the strategy is gone now.
Now let's see.
Don't you
Let's
think so?
maybe we have to see, because if the group has some cuts, well, a lot of things could be decided there. We can see there. I don't know who is the second now. I don't know. It's Esteban and Erika, I believe, but I'm not sure. And then Tiago from Portugal, and for master Janer Kog. I couldn't understand, and well, this will be a very tight race.
Yes, we have the South African athlete Michael McLean is very well in the pack, but the distance from Toyota is increasing. We believe now that is almost 30 meters, so it will be difficult to reach him.
Here we can find, well, the president of FINA, Mr. Hussain, is like yesterday going with the boat to see the swimmers closely. I believe he wants to see how the swimmers are doing, and how in the image you can see like Esteban Enderica, the second swimmer. You can saw it there, and then I don't know, it's the Great Britain swimmer there, but just behind you can see David Ferdinando, also from Ecuador. I think he's chasing Esteban, because he knows that he has to put up a good challenge here, and they are putting some effort now. They are starting to put up the pace. They want to catch Toyota. They want to break the group, maybe. I believe. Let's see what they are going to do now. Again, the president for FINA. He wants to see how this event is putting up from the inside. He's being here from some days now, feeling the swimmers, understanding. This image was very strong. You can see the contact. Well, it was not on purpose, as you know. It's normal, this kind of struggle, because they are swimming and it's normal, and it's very hard for the swimmers to feel this, but they have to get used to it. And well, they cannot respond of that situations with bad will, as you. The group is now very small, as you can see.
Very small.
Yeah. We have a cut there. Yeah. We have a cut there, and I don't know, maybe 20 swimmers in front, and even starting to break this last 10, no more, 20. We'll see in the buoy if they can handle it. But it's starting to break. Maybe 20 swimmers on the front. Maybe.
With Toyota.
Yeah.
Insisting with a high
Toyota,
pace.
It's very strong.
Yes, we can see that the athletes are in favor of the current, so Toyota is increasing the pace. We believe now that we are with a better distance. He's with a better distance for the pack, more than 30 meters, and Toyota is now increasing the pace very, very, very fast. We believe he's now swimming for 1:06. And the two first laps, the swimmers swam for 1.10 average each 100 meters. But now Toyota increased the pace drastically, and the second place is chasing him is Esteban Endrica from Ecuador, and near him is the Greek swimmer Kinigakis. And then we have Michael McLean and the Portuguese. There is surprising us with his sixth position in the front of the race. But as we can see now in the image, Toyota is putting a lot of effort on this lap. And he probably arrive at the end of the fourth lap with a big advantage, but let's see if Toyota will get this advantage till the end. The swimmers are now in favor of the current, swimming near the coast. because after the buoy number 1 and buoy number 2 they will get again current against. So let's see how they are going to react to the effort of the first 3 laps. Toyota still in the front, increasing the pace and the rake stroke. That's really amazing, the difference of swim. He increased a lot the pace, don't you think, Marco?
Yes, I think that he's really well prepared for this race. He will, if in case will be qualified, will represent his country in the Olympic Games in his country. So I can imagine how motivated he is for in order to get a slot for the Olympic Games. He for sure have something more than all the others, and this is quite evident in all the effort that he's putting in the race.
Toyota is almost arriving at the buoy number 1, and he's doing the turn completely alone. And as you can see in the image, the swimmer number 3 gets the yellow flag, so it's the first warning. After that, if the athlete commit any bad movement, any fight with another, he probably can be disqualified, so he has to be careful now.
Let's see if we are able to estimate the distance of Toyota from the rest of the group. If the image will allow us to do that. At the moment is not really possible, but let's see if we are able to do that.
Yes, but it seems to increase each meter, in fact. Yes,
Okay.
it's
He already passed.
very
almost 100
far
meters.
from the pack.
Almost 100 meters.
Yes, almost 100 meters.
So
it's amazing the rhythm.
More than 1 minute for sure.
Yes.
So let's see.
Now the
I may be
chasing
wrong.
group is trying to increase the pace, but it will be very difficult to catch Toyota.
The battle will be for the other places, Mario. Looks like.
Yes, it looks like the first position is almost decided. Yes, but then there are another 14 places, 9 places they're getting inside the quarter places, and then the other 5 places for the continental quarters. As you can see in the image, the swimmers are adopting a strategy that swimming on the right of the second buoy, because the turn is very, very difficult with many current near those buoys, the buoy number 1 and the buoy number 2. They are now arriving at the buoy number 2. That's a difficult buoy. The distance between the buoy number 1 and the buoy number 2 is around...
It's about 200 meters.
200 meters, yeah.
So means that we just miss about 3 kilometers, less than 3 kilometers to close this race. So most probably will be below the 2 hours race.
Yes, some swimmers are trying different tactics and swimming on the right side because the current between those buoys is very, very hard, as we can see in the image.
And Toyota continue with a textile cap, not a neoprene cap, which is quite strange.
Yes, probably he feels better with that cap because he feels more fresh than the other swimmers. That's a strategy because, as we told before, the 1 hour and a half swim with the wetsuit gets the athletes with many hits. And the strategy of Toyota is very interesting, swimming with the different cap.
Yes, Mario. The cap, this kind of cap, maybe helps him to lose some heat because they are very well. The body can heat up very much here, and that kind of cap, it's better for the head to breathe, to let the heat get out. So I think that this could be on purpose. It could be a strategy. It's a valid one, and well, he continues to swim good and to run away from the pack. Here you have his image, and here a lot of struggle. Here a lot of swimmers struggling in this leading no, the chasing pack. This is the chasing pack. You can see the two swimmers from Great Britain side by side. Well, they seem to swim very calm. They seem to have a very good stroke. And here some other swimmers. You can notice that the swimmers that are not in the streamline. They could struggle a little bit because they have not the drift, not the drift, but the drag. Yeah. That's the word I was missing. Thank you, Mario. They have no drag, and for them it's not so easy. If you are in the feet of other swimmer, it's better. And well, it's like the cycling, as we have been talking about. The group stretched.
We can see already the third buoy, Lee. They are in front of us, in front of the swimmers, more than in front of us.
Yeah. In the other leg, well, we thought the group was going to break, but it didn't break. The swimmers could stuck in the group, and well, now they are.
We don't see Toyota anymore. Toyota is far away from the others.
Yeah. Oh, it's here in this. He has a
very different strategy.
Yeah.
So let's see. This is a game changer. Eh?
Yeah, he's swimming like straight line between the two buoys, and the group is like going more with the
trying
right.
to get some advantage from the current. Well, maybe. Let's see.
Maybe we don't know if it's on purpose, if it just happened. Well, here we can have the wind and the current. There are two different things that could make this kind of situations. Now you can see Evgeny Dratsev and Diogo from Portugal. Evgeny Dratsev, as we talk about, he has a lot of world championship medals. He's swimming for me it feels like forever, and well, a very experienced swimmer. Let's see if he has something to say in this race. Here we can see the swimmers from Sweden also without a cap, and the second swimmer from Argentina. The Austrian swimmer on top also seems very good, Hercog. And here again, Toyota. Toyota is still strong. Let's see if he can handle this pace, and well, the other swimmers are going to speed up in the last lap. So let's see if he can handle it, because well, the other Japanese swimmer is there in the front of the group, and he will have to keep up that, because Taishin Minamide also wants to get the spot, also wants it.
In a few moments we are going to see if Toyota choose the best strategy, because the pack choose swim more in the right of the buoy, so we are going to see in a few moments if Toyota increase or decrease the advantage. In the image we see Tiago Campos and South African swimmer with the Australian one. Yeah, the Israel swimmer is near Tiago too. Right.
A lot of swimmers there. I was saying to Mario that is Matan Raditi from Israel also there, and in that third, fourth lane of swimmers from Ecuador also. Well, it will be a very interesting war. No, not really a war, but a fight between the Ecuador swimmers, the Great Britain swimmers, all in front of the pack. The struggle between them for the place in the Olympics will be very, very, very strong, because they are all together.
Esta é a última volta, quarta, não é? Última volta.
Esteban Endrica is trying to getting near Toyota, but it will be very, very difficult. Let's see the strategy of the athletes in the last feeding pontoon. There are near 25 athletes in the image.
A lot of swimmers there. You can see there. I don't know. It's a swimmer for Tunisia. I don't know if it's Melouli or the other swimmer from Tunisia. Well, to maybe a second swimmer to get the legacy of Melouli. It's Malek Louisi, also good swimmer. Let's see. A lot of swimmers there also. I think everything will be decided in the last lap. I don't know.
Except Toyota, eh? Except Toyota.
We don't know. It seems so for now. It seems so.
But
Let's
Toyota
see.
will fight till the last meter.
Let's hope to see an image from above, because the image from above is the best one for us to understand the distance. Now you can see the second part of the chasing group. Some swimmers in the back starting to struggle. You can feel some of them struggling a lot because the pace is getting high and the swimmers are getting tired. Well, this is a very big effort for everyone who is seeing and who is not too used to swim, or for those who are used to swim. Do you know that 2 hours swimming at these paces is very hard? The wetsuit is something that it was very important for the sport, but also is something that, well, it's very hard. It's very hard because they always get with a lot of heat. But now, over the times, they are now getting used to it.
So this will be the last feeding. So let's see if all the swimmers will take some drinks, some water, some carbs, or they decided to skip the feeding to take some advantages from the other competitors and take the last move. This is really one of the last opportunity to make something different in terms of strategy. Let's see how this will go.
Let's see if the swimmers get a kind of hydration important in the feeding pontoon, because they are going to get in the last lap. Probably will be the fastest lap of the race.
So as we can see, there is a lot of movement in the pack. So swimmers that were in the front now are in the middle. Swimmers that were in the back now are in the front. So in the pack there is still everything to be decided. Daniel, what are your expectations?
Well, we are here and we talk a lot, but only the swimmers there can feel the rhythm. And well, we can have here some of the swimmers that are in the back, but some of them could be feeling very good. So we are never sure how is it going to end, because some swimmers just are swimming in the back, but they have the speed and the strength to take on in the last lap and pass some other swimmers. We never know all the strategies. We understand their strokes, we understand how they are swimming, but well, sometimes we have a lot of surprises. And here it may be one of that cases. In this front group we have here the white cap swimmer and the other ones near him that seems to be struggling, but the other guys in front, all of them feeling very good. We are now reaching the intermediate gate for the last lap, and we can have now some details about all the persons in the group. Here we have again
Toyoda
very
insisting.
Yeah, he's the guy that is making this very different event. Let's
Till
hope.
the moment is the man of the race.
Yeah, the man of the race. He is making us a motive to be more interesting. He's now going to feed. He could feed easily. One of the coaches cheering for him. We don't know if he's going to feed.
Here we
Okay,
are.
let's see.
1 hour 26 minutes for
Well,
Toyoda.
He's now feeding
Now
very
feeding,
fast, very fast.
You know,
And-
he's in first
and
place.
there he goes. There he goes. Very good.
17 seconds.
17 seconds.
So
17
Enrique
seconds.
reduced quite a lot.
Yes, and as we say, a lot of swimmers there. You have also Kozubek. He was 4th place in the 5K in the World Championships. Young swimmer, very strong swimmer, and he's here also to ensure his place to the Olympics, as all of the other swimmers. We can see a lot of swimmers here. Let's see if we can say to you all the first 10 swimmers, 15 maybe. Here you can see in first place Takeshi Toyoda, and second place again Esteban Enderica, Patrick Robinson and Pardo and Hector Pardo in the 3rd and 4th position. A very nice dispute between these two swimmers. And then Grim Edwards from Australia, Matan Roditi from Israel, and Athanasios Kidignatis from Greece in 7th. The other Japanese, Taishin Minamide from Japan, Nicholas Sloman from Australia. The two Australians also struggling for their place. Two very good swimmers and only 1 place for them. And then Tiago Campos from Portugal, Michael McLean from South Africa, Matej Kozubek, David Ferdinando, Holy Fan from Canada, Elliot Sodman. This is the first 15 swimmers, but some other swimmers just behind him. It's a very tight group, and they are now starting the last lap. Well, it will be very strong now.
Yes, as we can see, Daniel and Mario, in the first 10 swimmers, there are 4 of the same nationality. So this will free some slot from the others that are following. very interesting as well, this to notice.
Yeah, the pace is clearly increasing. Toyota is getting some difficulty, but it's still with 30 meters of advantage.
Sinalética sonora dada da zona de chegada.
It will be a very amazing race. The last lap. The swimmers are with less energy, but almost them feeding in the last pontoon. Here in the image, the chasing group that is trying to reach Toyota with Esteban Endrica, Tiago Campos. In the front, Chil Pardew, the young British swimmer. The other British swimmer, Patrick Robinson, is trying to get the quota. It will be a very tight fight. It will be probably for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swimmers that are in line trying to reach Toyota. They increase the pace. As you can see, the rate is very, very fast. So it will be a very, very tight finish. Let's see what will happen and who will win the 15 quarter places.
But Toyota Mario is still there, still insisting, still having this about 30 meters distance from the others. So the group recovered most of because of the different strategy than the real reduction in the pace of Toyota.
Yes, Toyota is leading the race from the beginning almost. From the end of the first lap, he get the front, and then after that he leads the race from those 4 laps, and now he's in the last lap with an advantage of 30 meters, as we can see in the image. Then we have second swimmer that is trying to reach him is Esteban Endrica. And then we have in line 7 swimmers behind Endrica, increasing the pace and trying to find closer of Toyota. But that will be a very difficult task because now Toyota is very motivated, and he probably won't lose the lead. What do you think, Marco? Who will be with Toyota in Tokyo? Any guess? Any swimmer?
I think that here we have Enrica that always trying to control the group and looks like the guy with more experience that for sure will not let pass anybody else in front of him in the last leg for sure.
Yes, then we have the British swimmers are very, very good in the group. In the image we have now the middle group with Diogo Vilarinho, with Diogo Cardoso from Portugal. Then we have the swimmer from Hong Kong, but some meters in the front we have the swimmers that can fight for the place that can get them in Tokyo. So it will be a very, very tough finish.
The Brazilians are a bit behind in this group. Let's see. They both were as well in the favorites. Let's see if they have energy enough to do the last. leg in a strong way.
Now we are almost in the buoy number 1, a very difficult buoy. We remember that the buoy number 1 and the buoy number 2 are the most difficult buoys in the race, because there's a place in the water with lots of current, and that are 200 meters that the swimmers will swim against the current. Now the South African athlete and the Greek are trying to chase Toyota. The young British swimmer is very well in the race too. Chil Parjo is a big surprise. We have in the image the Portuguese Tiago Campos in the 8th place, with Patrick Robinson near him, and they are trying to get the lead of this second group. The second group is now turning the buoy. Toyota still in the front.
And the distance seems to be still the same. So if he will not choose a different strategy like he did before, I think that he will be able to keep this distance. So he's
Yes.
won that this leg at the same pace of the other swimmers, being alone. So means that he's really, really strong.
Yes, Toyota stills very, very strong in the leading of the race. 30 meters after, we have a second swimmer that seems to be the South African athlete, with Steban Hendrika. The fight still very, very intense. The British swimmers are very well positioned too. There will be a very, very tough finish. Tiago Campos in your left side with the black cap and green letters. As we can see in the image, very difficult. The current is very, very difficult now. The swimmers will end the race almost with 2 hours and few minutes. It's a very, very hard race today in Setúbal. I think, Marco, it was more difficult than yesterday.
Yes, looks like really more difficult. The undulation is much higher than yesterday, and for sure the current in the third leg, for sure, is much more against the swimmer than yesterday.
Toyota is with some difficult now.
Yeah.
It seems that the British swimmers increase the pace and they are almost catch Toyota.
Yeah. And Toyota now is going more on the right, while the others on the left. They catched him. They catched him.
Yeah. It seems that suddenly the pack catch Toyota.
Let's
and
see
now it will be very, very difficult for him to fight for a quota with his opponent from Japan.
Which is in the group.
Yes, he's in the 10 first
He's in the
swimmers,
10
so
first.
it will be very hard for Toyota.
Let's see what will be his strategy. He will stay behind and trying to recover some energy to do some sprint at the end of the race, or will continue to stay in front. But looks like that he took now the piece of the British swimmer. Let's say this British is breathing on the left side, while Toyota as well. So he decided to follow him, and watching him closer, he understood that maybe he's the guy to follow to arrive till the end.
It was a big stretch from the British swimmers. They appear now with very, very straight, and then they are leading now the race. They are both fighting for a place to be in Tokyo. Patrick Robinson and Chill Pardue, they are fighting for the first place now. Toyota stills between them, and right after them we have Tiago Campos and the Australian and South African swimmer. Esteban Endrica is right near the front too.
See, and Enrica looks like he's the guy with more control. So he never tried to be really in the front. He's always follow the group with the constant pace. Looks like.
But now, Marco, the odds are completely changed because the British swimmers increased very, very, very fast the pace. Toyota was very tired. He's trying to steal in the group, but now we have the British swimmers. Then we have another swimmer with the black cap that we are trying to identify him. Then we have Esteban Endrica
and Tiago Campos approaching and
yes.
passing Toyota as well.
Yes, yes. Tiago Campos is near the Greek swimmer. That is Kinigakis. So the first lap was leading by Toyota in 23 minutes. Then the second lap, Toyota did almost the same and keep the same pace. Then the third lap, Toyota was a little bit faster than the previous lap, but still with a good pace. And then now they increased the. They did 24 minutes in the 4 lap, yeah. So they are now arriving at the buoy number 3. Yeah. In the image we have Tiago Campos, the Portuguese swimmer. He's swimming very well.
Very good image, this
Yes.
one. Give us an understanding.
Through this image we can understand that we have the two British swimmers in the front, in the leading of the race.
In third place, I think, is Enrica. Yes.
No.
Yes,
no.
yes. Is Enrica in third? No.
No.
Is
It's a black cap.
Black cap. Yeah.
Then fourth place, is a Greek. Is a Greek swimmer. Is Kinigakis. Then in 5th place we have Tiago Campos. Then right after Tiago Campos we have Esteban Endrica, and we don't know, but we think it's a swimmer without cap, but we are going to confirm it in a few moments in the gate control. The athletes are arriving at the buoy number 3. They are stretching the group. The pack is almost in line. And for these 10, 12 swimmers that are in line leading the race, probably these swimmers are inside the qualification. In a few moments we are going to have every confirmations in the gate control, but now we can see that the British swimmers are increasing the pace and there are 4 swimmers in line. The 2 British, then we have another swimmer, and the 4th swimmer is the Greek swimmer, we think. But we are going to confirm it as soon as possible. Then right after this swimmer that is in 4th place we have Tiago Campos and Esteban Endrica. They really increase the pace. Now the Portuguese is chasing the first group. There's another gap behind the second group, so probably those athletes are inside the qualification.
All this, including Takeshi, that now is in the 8th place.
Yes.
So he's still close to the
Yes,
the
Toyota
qualification.
lose a lot in the last lap, but he's still inside the qualification, so let's see what will happen in the last meters.
Even because we have 2 British, and then
Yes, just
one of them will be qualified.
That's really amazing. 2 British swimmers trying to find the best place.
Three British.
Aproximarem-se da boia número 3 os nadadores antes da passagem pelo pórtico. Existe grupo de 4 nadadores.
So we can see now that at least the first 8th place, there is quite significant distance between the first 8th place and the rest of the group. So let's see if they are able to keep the distance. Now is about 400 meters.
It will be a very emotive finish. We can see the crowd is very, very, very happy.
So we see here the 4th swimmer in the front, 3rd buoy, and then the gate control. More or less 300 meters to go.
Yeah. 300 meters to the buoy
So the first 7,
number 4,
first
then
7th.
150 for the finish line.
This is a really big emotion, Mario. Eh?
Yeah, that's amazing. We are talking about 5 years work. We are talking about sometimes for an athlete, for a swimmer, many years of work, and they believe till the last moment, and they are trying to make history from their own country.
Here we are, the first group approaching now the gate.
The gate control.
For time control.
We believe now that the athletes want feeding because this is almost near the finish line.
So 2 British, Pardo, Robinson, Kiniatis,
And Israel
in the 4th place.
Yeah. Then we have Edwards in the 5th place.
This don't seem to be okay.
Then this is the other Japanese, and then Thiago Campos in 7th place. The young British swimmer is leading the race. Then we have Robinson and Kiniakis.
Tiago Campos a passar a boia número 4 em posição de qualificação. É a decisão, é o tudo ou nada. Tiago Campos a passar na 7ª posição.
The young British swimmer is leading the race. Robinson is trying to catch him, but it will be very, very difficult. Then we have the Greek swimmer and the Israeli swimmer, Roditi. This is in the image the Japanese that stays in the pack and believe that Toyota could made a mistake and he make a mistake. But now in the image we have the swimmers that are in 5, 6 and 7 place. And Thiago Campos is almost there.
Here he is.
To complete a dream from Portugal and a dream from a life.
Head of race with Pardo in front.
Pardo is very, very fast. The British will do the sprint. Robinson will be the second or the third.
And Kiniagis
the Greek
chasing.
athlete is chasing them. But now it seems that Chil Pardo will finish the race in the first position, and he will be in Tokyo
representing
Great Britain in Tokyo. Congratulations.
Done. So
Chil Pardo
from Great Britain is the winner. In second place,
Kiniakis. Then Robinson. Then in 4th place, Roditi. Then in 5th place, 5th place, we have the Greece. Then Taishin Mimanade.
And in
6th place,
Thiago Campos
from Portugal. And Kirill Abrosimov from Russia is the 7th. Then we have the David, the Equatorian swimmer. He reached the front.
The Ecuadorian.
Amazing race, but very, very difficult race with 2 hours and 2 minutes, with lots of current.
In the 8th place, we have Farinago from Ecuador, and in 9th place, Osama Meluli that did the race always behind and then recovered in the last leg. And
Michael McLean.
So these are the first 9.
Yeah. So
But we have two English, so one of these two will not be. Unfortunately, Patrick Robinson will not be qualified because
he's out.
Pardo will go. Then let's see, Ecuador. So Osama will be in, and Michael McGallin as well will be in.
With the continental quota. And then
the Mexican as well will be in.
And the Sweden athlete,
the Sweden,
Elliot Soudman, it's
the
in.
Australian will be as well in. Ecuadorian not, because there is already one.
Yes, but they have the continental quota.
No, just one. Ecuador is already qualified, so.
We can see in the image Thiago Campos is very, very happy. He's almost crying. He can't believe it, but he did it. It was amazing.
Now with Daniel, that was commenting with us till a few minutes ago, his coach.
That's such an emotion.
Aguardamos só a retirada dos transponders.
With Thiago Campos, Portugal will be in Tokyo with 9 swimmers.
O número 27.
It was a really tough race.
These are very nice images. The felicity, the happiness,
the
emotion of all the swimmers that complete this race.
May I have some words from you? You are.
So I think, Mario, we can close now our transmission. There are still a few positions to be defined based on the continental slot.
Yeah.
We will see them in the podium when all the 15 swimmers qualified will be announced. So from Marco Vantaggiato.
And from me, Mario, that's all. We hope you enjoyed these couple of hours, and we'll meet in Tokyo.
Bye-bye,
See you
everybody.
soon.
See you soon.
Okay, congratulations. See you. Tiago. Tiago está emocionado. Uma grande prova. Parabéns, Tiago. Foste grande. Estás aqui connosco. Como é que correu? Diz-nos qualquer coisa.
Correu muito bem. A primeira parte é que estava muito atrás, mas a terceira volta consegui-me pôr mesmo nos 5 primeiros e depois foi até ao final ali no grupo da frente, sempre a lutar. E foi um sonho tornado na realidade.
E agora, Tóquio. Estás lá. Força. Parabéns. Grande prova. Tentar encontrar agora Diogo Cardoso. Diogo Cardoso já me tinha saído aqui da zona na chegada enquanto eu entrevistava Héctor Pardo e Tiago Campos. Diogo, primeira participação numa prova deste calibre, ainda assim uma grande prova, não deu para ir até Tóquio, mas como te correu a prova?
Eu acho que para a minha estreia foi excelente, acho que foi o que tenho preparado, eu quis dar o meu melhor e acho que resultou.
Gostou muito? Qual foi a parte mais difícil da prova para ti?
Eu senti que a partir da quarta volta o ritmo começou a ficar bastante puxado, mas eu tentei dar o máximo para tentar dar o máximo possível.
Mais hipótese ao verão, Diogo, força, grande prova, obrigado pelas tuas palavras. Em termos de entrevistas, estamos agora feitos aqui nesta zona. Vamos agora para a zona de pódio, onde daqui a pouco iremos receber todos os medalhados e qualificados para os Jogos Olímpicos de Tóquio.